And I think it's really great if you're healing from a broken heart, because you're so used to kind of considering other people's feelings other than your own. And I think once you put yourself first, good things can happen, and good things can happen for your healing journey.
Hello, dear listeners. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Happy all of the things. Today, I am going to share an oldie but goodie episode from closer to the beginning, quite close to the beginning of my podcasting career. This episode is all about manifesting new things, using your healing journey to manifest things, manifesting things as a way of advancing on your healing journey, and making the beginning of the year count. I really hope that you will enjoy this. I was the one who wrote it with all of the listeners in mind. And if you are entering the new year with your breakup still kind of heavy on your heart, I hope it will help. And I also really encourage you, don't let this time go to waste. This is the time to work, to put it behind you, to wipe the slate clean, to start a new chapter of life. I really hope that these tips will help. If you want more power, go over to Instagram and send me a message, and let's see what we can create together. And with that, I am sending you so much strength for the week ahead.
Yes. So are you really wanting 2022 to be the year that you finally kick your breakup and really, really open up this new chapter of your life? Well, there are a lot of ways that you can do that you might not have thought of. So we thought a fun New Year's episode would be to share some of our favorite manifesting tricks and practices that may help you to start designing a life you will love without your ex.
Let's do it.
All right.
So we kind of come at law of attraction maybe like from different experience levels, but I think we're both like very much like manifesting works. We can't quantify it scientifically, but it just does. Like you talk to anyone who has become successful, whether it's in business, in life, in relationships, in just like overall fulfillment and happiness, like they are practicing these things, whether or not they call it law of attraction or not.
And what you just said at the very last part of your sentence is that success and happiness, because I think that there are a lot of successful people out there who aren't happy still. And it's because maybe they don't believe as much in manifesting. But the ones who are successful and happy, that's why they're successful, and that's why they are happy. Certainly.
Yeah. So we have some basic beliefs about manifesting and healing. So number one, the words we use to talk about our breakup and our healing matter. They matter so much. That's why we're constantly, if you've been a long time listener, you know, we're always saying, let's reframe that. Let's change that thought to like from a negative mindset to at least a progress mindset. Even if you're not able to get fully into, I'm going to get over my ex, it can just be, I'm learning to get over my ex instead of I'm never going to get over my ex.
Yeah.
You know?
Or I can't, or
I can't, So the words we use super matter. So especially for the folks who are more in the moving on chapter of our podcast, that counts too. So don't say that the apps have no one good on there. You're on there. And I think you're great. So you can't be the only one. So anyway, the words we use matter. I'll step off of my soapbox for just a second. And then also, number two, mindset is a practice that takes time. We don't expect you to just wake up one day and believe everything we're saying, but we're going to keep saying it over and over again with full belief until you're there too. So
especially if you're not used to living this way, in quotes, I can say from experience that this is something that you got to practice over time before it sticks.
Yeah. And also like we were raised by humans who probably didn't know much about this. Just chances are, it's likely a lot of your formative experience was lack focused and, not abundance focused like this.
All right. We also believe that visualizing what you want your life to look like is the first part in making it happen. And as far as visualizing goes, that is something that we will be talking a lot about on this episode. And the law of attraction works. When we reprogram ourselves to be happy, no matter what the circumstances, at least most of the time, you're allowed to have your bad days. Claire and I both do. You will be happy no matter what the circumstances. That too is a practice. And I'm just going to throw this in. There's a lot of misconceptions about the law of attraction. And please remember that the law of attraction is not actually about manifesting free cars or millions of dollars. It's about having the feeling that you think these things will bring you and having this feeling most of the time. Okay. I think a lot of people don't understand that, but it's about happiness, not the things.
Yeah, exactly. The way I've heard it described is that you focus on the feeling that you will have. So whether or not you get to the goal, you kind of don't care anymore.
Yeah,
You're just
exactly.
like, great, that happened, but I was already good,
Yeah. Do what makes you feel good. That's what Abraham Hicks is always saying. And then do that some more, and then do that some more.
I love it.
Let's talk about how to put this into action to get your best year yet.
Our first tip is to use affirmations. Affirmations help change the way you talk about your life. So this can really help you turn a corner with your healing. And it's also one of our favorite things to talk about on the show. And if you listen to us, you knew it was coming. So here it is, affirmations. So affirmations are positive messages about what you want your life to look like and feel like that you repeat daily in order to help your system start believing them. So they have to be phrased in a way that what you want has already happened, basically.
Yeah.
And I use affirmations typically as kind of a hybrid with reframing thoughts. So when a client is having a thought that really bothers them, that's keeping them stuck, that's when we step in and we're like, okay, what's something more positive, more like direction oriented that'll take us to where you want to be that you can still believe? And the way we phrase it is like an affirmation. And I'm like, okay, when you have that other thought, just make sure you add this affirmative thought to the mix. And so we're like sneaking affirmations in. And you don't have to just do it with that. You can use them as part of your New Year's like resolution.
Yes, you could even
a chapter sort of thing.
Exactly.
What was that?
Or I was going to say you could put them on your vision board even. There are so many ways to use affirmations. We are not going to talk about them all today.
Yeah.
I will say that sometimes I like to write 4 or 5 separate affirmations on separate index cards and say them out loud as part of my morning or evening meditation practices. I did this in the month of December. I wanted to manifest clients. I had an expensive holiday I was paying for, and I wanted to have happy holidays. And so I wrote an affirmation for each thing.
Yeah.
And I would say them at night, kind of before bed, and very effective. And then also sometimes I select one for the week and I put it in my work area to keep me positive and, on theme. Yeah. And if this is something that is kind of lighting you up, we do have several X-Files resources to help. And I would say now is the time to do this. It's the beginning of the year. I would say dive in. So first of all, we've got episode 25, which is the healing power of affirmations. And then right after that in the feed, you will see a bonus episode or a bonus resource that is breakup affirmations. And then you will also find that last year we did a 10-day no contact series. So if you're starting the new year with a new commitment to no contact, we have a 10-day series and it included a different affirmation for each day. So let's talk about vision boards, okay?
Yes.
If we're going to have a New Year's episode talking about manifesting, it would be kind of hard to leave this out. Claire, do you use a vision board?
So I haven't done like a physical paper vision board, at least not in recent history. But I kind of do something, I do a couple things. So number one is at least my computer desktop right now is basically a vision board. It's kind of more of an aesthetic of what I want, but I switch out a quote, which kind of helps. You can combine the vision board and the affirmations. So every time I open up my computer and I see my desktop background, right now it says stay inspired, never stop creating. And I know that's like so basic, but creating is what makes me happy. So that's like kind of what everything I do is based on being creative, whether it's with coaching or the podcast or writing, it's all, that's the driving force is the creativity.
That's so interesting because I wouldn't say that's mine. And I love that. And you are very creative and I love what it brings to the show so much.
Oh,
and it fascinates me that that's what lights you up. I like that. Thank you for sharing.
What lights you up? Obviously helping people